I want to flip the entire conversation about real estate coaching right now. See, real estate coaching shouldn't feel good. And if you're leaving every single session with training knowledge and your coach telling you what to do and all of these things and giving you great information, I'm about to tell you something that you're not going to want to hear. You're not being coached, you are being entertained and you're being trained. And there's a massive difference between the two. Here's what actually happens inside of a real estate coaching session. And I've seen this play out before more times than I can count. The agent comes in, they're active, they're showing up, they know the language, they're saying all the right things. But then when the coach starts asking about the numbers, how many conversations did you have? How many opportunities did you create? How many appointments did you get? The energy shifts. This is when the excuses come out. And if there's enough self awareness in the room, they'll eventually say it themselves. It just wasn't a very productive week or 2 weeks. And that's my fault. That's on me. That moment right there, that's when the coaching actually starts. Everything before it is really just a warm up. So, the best coaching conversations I've ever been a part of don't start with a strategy. They always start with a very powerful question. What are you avoiding? Not what went wrong, not what's your excuse, what just flat out, what are you avoiding in your business right now? And 9 times out of 10, the agent will say, well, I'm not avoiding anything. I just got busy. Life happened. And a good coach basically will say, that's what avoidance is. You're not doing it on purpose, but your subconscious is steering something around it. And is it fear of failure? Is it fear of rejection? Is it is it that things are so comfortable that there's no fire to be lit? And that's the question that's worth sitting with, because until you can answer that question honestly, every tactic, every strategy in the world, every schedule is not going to help you move the needle forward. So here's something that does not get talked about enough in the real estate industry. Some agents aren't struggling because they lack the ability to do this. They're struggling because they are comfortable. And when you're comfortable, you don't grow. They might have another income stream. They might live at home. Their bills are covered. There's no fight or flight. There's no burning reason that they have to make real estate work right now. So they show up casually to education. They want to learn. They're curious and all good things. But education without implementation is just entertainment. Okay. So they move slow. They take action when it's convenient to them. Their goals are real. Their passion may be real, but the urgency is nowhere to be found. And the question the coach has to ask, they have to be out loud and directly without softening it, is this: is the standard that you're holding yourself to today actually high enough to get you where you want to go? Sit with that for a second, because most of the time, if you're honest with yourself, the answer is actually no. There's a question I believe every real estate agent should be asked at least once a year. In your business right now, what are you committed to and what are you just interested in? Because those two things are not the same thing. And most people actually never separated the two. Interested means when it's convenient, when it's fun, when the timing's right, I'll get to it. I'll do it. Committed means I will do it even when I don't feel like doing it, even when life is getting in the way, even when I'm not feeling good or I just flat out don't feel like it. I'm going to do the thing that I know is going to push my business forward. In real estate, unless you were born yesterday, you know what it is. It's ready? It's lead generation. That's it. How many conversations did I have with another human being today about real estate? Did I go on any appointments, buyer consultations, or listing presentations? Those are the things that will move the needle forward in your business. So the agents who are growing are not the one with the best scripts. They're not the one with the best market conditions or the ones with the most people that they know. They're the ones who can look around, look at their 2 weeks, and just name clearly what is happening and still show up the next morning. They don't dwell, they don't spiral, they don't say, well, I can only control what happens next, right? They actually do something about it. That's commitment. It's quieter than motivation and it lasts a lot longer. So, really quick, I want to shift to almost something that always comes up in every single coaching session that almost nobody wants to hear. When you lose a deal, whether it's a client who maybe went with another agent, a listing that fell through, a referral that didn't convert, it only hurts that bad for one reason. Your pipeline is too thin. Now, to be clear, nobody likes to ever lose anything, especially when money's involved. No matter if you have 100 deals, you have one deal, you have 1,000 deals. When you lose one, it stings. But if you were banking everything that you have on that one buyer to make a move, that one listing that you have to sell, or that one deal you have under contract to get the closing, yeah, your world is going to be rattled. But think if you had a huge pipeline, it just might sting a little. You can get over it and get about your day. But if you have 10 real opportunities in motion, sure, it's not going to rock your whole world. The answer isn't to grieve that deal longer. The answer is to make your pipeline stronger so that no single thing will shake you up and rattle your whole world. And here's the problem that most people just flat out missed. It's not a volume problem, that's a consistency problem. What is your goal? 10, 20, 50, 100. It There's plenty of deals no matter what market you're in, no matter what city you're watching this from. There's plenty of sure, we went from 6 million to 4 million sales in a year. I get it. But there's still plenty of opportunity for everybody. So, does your activity match your goal? Is it 5 conversations a day? Is it 10? Is it 20? Is it 100? Every single day. That's your goal, whether you're having a hard day, whether something in life is getting in the way, you have to keep moving. So, I really want to address now something very directly because I think a lot of agents feel this and just don't say it. At some point in your coaching relationship, you're going to wonder, am I actually getting what I need out of this? And that's a fair question, a really, really fair question. Because here's the truth bomb: coaching is not magic. Okay. So a coach cannot wake up for you, a coach cannot make you physically pick up the phone, a coach cannot force you to post the video that you've been putting off for 3 weeks. What a coach can do, and a really good real estate coach, and what they actually do is ask you the tough questions that nobody else is willing to ask you. Coaching is holding a mirror up when you've stopped looking and help you see the gap between what you say that you want and what your actions are actually building. Okay. So if you come to myself or one of my coaches and you say you want to close 15 transactions, and in your coaching session, you didn't do it, you didn't feel like it, you didn't get to it, life got in the way, there's something happening there. And a good coach will not tell you what to do. A good coach will ask powerful questions to help you self discover so you can get what you want when you want it. So, if you're in coaching right now or you're thinking about coaching, I want you to ask yourself the following: do I really know what I want to be held accountable to? Am I telling the truth, or am I living in reality about my numbers? If I have a coach or if I don't have a coach, am I hiding from my numbers? Am I trying to use coaching as just a resource or a place to process without moving? Those answers matter because a coach can only meet you where you actually are, not where you're pretending to be. Here's something I've learned from sitting in these coaching conversations. An agent who makes the most progress in the shortest amount of time, they're not the ones who take on everything at once. They're the ones that pick one or two things, very specific, very measurable, and they do that without exception every single day, right? Whether that's, I'm going to be good on YouTube, on marketing, and I'm going to make a post a day. I'm going to work my sphere and I'm going to do open houses, and not just when I feel like it, So this is not a game plan, not a strategy, not a vision board, right? Do this consistently. That's the secret. That's the secret sauce. Video over. That's the secret sauce. No overthinking. No waiting until the plan is perfect. No more training calls. No more information. There's no more information that you need. Okay? Because the plan will never be perfect. And perfect is just a word for I'm not ready yet. So you want to be better at social media? Post. Make it ugly. Who cares? Your first couple 100 posts are supposed to be ugly anyway. Just do it. You want to be better at open houses? Do 5 a week. You want to get better conversations with your sphere of influence? Plug away. Just keep doing it. If you want to stop losing clients because you can't sign a BAA, make sure that you're going over that agreement. Do you know the agreement? Can you recite it with your eyes closed? The basic things are not boring. The basics are the things that actually work, and the things that most people stop doing the moment they get comfortable. So if your coaching feels comfortable, or you want coaching to feel comfortable, if you leave every session expecting training, expecting to feel great all the time with no hard questions hanging in the air, I'm sorry, that's not coaching. And if you find yourself getting frustrated when somebody cares and it's holding you accountable, when a coach asks you a question that you can't weasel your way out of, don't look at the coach. Look in the mirror, because the discomfort is not coming from the coach. It actually never was. It's coming from the gap between where you are and where you're capable of being. And that gap, that's the whole point. That's why you're paying to close, right? So my call to action for you is, I want to ask you one more question before you go. What's the one thing, just one, that you've been saying that you're going to do and you haven't? Think about that one thing. And if you want more real, no fluff conversations about what it actually takes to build a real estate business the right way, subscribe. That's exactly what we do here. I would love to have a one-on-one coaching consultation if you're in the Philadelphia area. Just comment below, send me a DM on Instagram, schedule on my Calendly, whatever it is. And if you're not watching this from Philadelphia and you still want to talk, I'm more than happy to help you wherever you're at. Thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I read every single comment. See you on the next video.